Glory be the Lord, the Redeemer. Oh yeah. Glory be the Lord, the Redeemer. Every day. Hey. Glory be the Lord, the Redeemer. Glory. Glory be the Lord, the Redeemer. We sing glory. Glory be the Lord, the Redeemer. Every night. Singing glory. Glory be the Lord, the Redeemer. Glory. Glory be the Lord, the Redeemer. Glory. Glory be the Lord, the Redeemer. Teachers should not be treated as slaves. It's wrong. Good day, our wonderful, wonderful teachers. I know that you are still there. Yes, teachers are people of timber and caliber. So once again, you are welcome. How are you preparing for resumption? Right? In few days time, school will resume. And then we bounce back to our academic exercise. So once again, I want to say welcome to this edition of Teachers Series. I want to say this. This edition is very, very important. In fact, I see it as one of the cardinals, one of the fundamentals of education. Something that if we don't look into it, it's gonna it's gonna distort the teaching and learning process. And what am I talking about today? Is something you know, something you have observed, perhaps something you are also involved. Yes, there are some who are involved in this. I call it a menace. Yeah, I call it a caterpillar. I call it a destroyer, something that is so catastrophic, something that requires a national emergency. And what it is, we are talking about examination malpractice. You heard me clear. How many people can boast? How many people can confidently say, I'm talking about on a national level, that they are not involved in examination malpractice in one way or the other? In fact, one of the reasons why our education system has come to this degraded, deplorable and despicable state, yeah, it's because of this. It's one of the reasons. It's one of our problems. It's one of the reasons why learning processes, teaching processes, has lost its potency. Yeah, you heard me right. How many of us who are working today can confidently say that this certificate you're carrying, you earned it? It was earned. There were no areas you double cross. There were no areas you manipulated. There were no areas you had to cut corners. There were no areas you had to jump the bar. Yeah, that is what I'm talking about. What goes around come around. I guess it's not a laughing matter, it's a serious matter. So my friend, are you my friend? Yes, you're my friend. My friend. Examination malpractice. What exactly? What is examination malpractice? Because if we don't get the definition clear what it's all about, we won't be able to know how to profile a permanent solution to this menace. Ugu 2012 defined examination malpractice as a deliberate wrongdoing. Yes, a deliberate wrongdoing, contrary to rules and regulation guiding examination, to give a candidate an unfair, or what you call an undue advantage. And I agree with him. So many school of thoughts, they go that direction. They still agree with the same thing. They said the same thing with Mr. Ugu 2012. That definition is concrete. That definition is in line with Google. That definition is in line with Encyclopedia Britannia. That definition is in line with global thesis, the global hypothesis. Yes, a global law. It is true. It's true. It is deliberate to start with. In fact, I don't know. The problem we're having now is even in the name. It's like we have gone into rebranding it. That is the problem. When you don't call a spade, there's a common English that we should call a spade. When you rebrand a spade to become a wood, then there'll be a problem. What actually is examining malpractice? What should it be called? It is called cheating. Malpractice is called cheating. Apart from exams, there are many people who cheat. Some mothers, they cheat in the kitchen. You're in the kitchen, you cheat your husband in the kitchen, you cheat your children in the kitchen. That's cheating. Okay, it's called cheating. Yes, that's the correct name. It's called cutting corners. People cut corners in order to get an undue advantage over others. It is called abomination. You see, when you give these things the name they deserve, the correct label, the correct weight, call it the way it should be, it carries, look at the word malpractice. How many schools today are free from this? Yeah, there are some. Out of 1 million, out of 1,000, out of 100, how many? What is the fractional percentage of those who are not involved in this despicable act? Despicable, shameful act. How many are not involved? And today we are crying, hey, the education system is getting bad, everything is getting going haywire. You are a contributor, you're a contributory factor to what we are going through today. So don't point fingers to somewhere else. Let's begin from you as a proprietor, from you as a teacher, from you as somebody who has something to do with exams within this, our geographical enclave. Yes. So it's called cheating. It's called stealing. It's called you even call it kidnapping. You kidnap papers. You kidnap. He said it's called kidnapping. It's called marauding. Yeah, examination marauding. Give it the correct name it deserves. It's called sacrilege. Sacrilege. It's an evil. Something that the English should not hear about it. That is what examination malpractice is all about. Number one, we are noticing here is deliberate. It's not a mistake. It's not like when Onome gets pregnant and you ask Onome, what happened? I didn't know how it happened. I didn't know when the man was doing this, was coming and touching me. I didn't know when. This is not Onome kind of a thing. It is, you know how it happens. It's deliberate. So it is planned. There is a design for it. It's being orchestrated, it's being executed by persons, not by spirit, by individuals whose aim is to tarnish the qualityness. I don't know what is correct. To tarnish, the import, the foundation on which learning stands. There are people who are there to do that, and they are the ones that makes this plan. They make this design. In fact, there are many places as it stands where they no longer mention that name, examination malpractice. That for the schools you go, I'm telling you from experience, you don't mention it there. They have rebranded it. They have given it a baptismal. It's called HEP. HEP. When you hear the word HEP, it seems civil. It seems logical. It seems something that should be in tandem with the norms. Yes, agreed norms of the society. Please, it's no longer mentioned. Children don't even know what it is. Assistance. So they call it help. They see it as help. And when you're not involved in the help, they see you as an evil person. We should be the opposite. We should actually be the opposite. And so, today, that's what I said. Even when it is mentioned in some subject like social studies, and when it is mentioned in civic, they don't take it, they just gloss over it. How many people even teach it? How can you, when you are involved, you that even came to the system through that means, how can you teach it? How can you teach it? That is the issue. That's the problem. And so, we should give it a name. That it should be called. It has metamorphose. It has It has grown wings. It has actually, it has eaten deep into the fabric of the education. You may tend to disagree, except you are part of it. The people that can argue, people that can you argue. Yes, you argue because you are part of it. Change. We want a real change to come in. Can we argue on something that you're part of? If you're part of this, please, we are begging you. You need to have a rethink because of posterity and because of tomorrow. Now, apart from that, there are so many dimensions. It's not something you can exhaust in just a topic. There's so many dimensions of this, and I want to advocate if we can enshrine exam malpractice as a subject in our curriculum. Yes, where children will begin to learn it from nursery. Teachers are deliberate about it. Employ those whose hands are clean. Don't put people who they make money from the team. People make money. Why would you make money? When you exploit people's tomorrow, you make money. Evil money, blood money. So we have to get people that will design this curriculum and let it be enforced as one of the most important subjects. Basic subjects. You can't do without, you must pass it. Where these children, these things can be, it will keep ringing in their ears from nursery to basic class, lower basic to upper basic, then to the junior secondary system, then to the even to our tertiary institutions. What we see in tertiary institutions is just a continuum of what happens in secondary. In secondary is a nursery stage where they are still breeding. You know, nursery farm where they still breed young maybe oil palm, where they breed tomato, they are still growing. When they get there, it's called transplanted. You transplant the children from secondary, plant them in different universities, and then when they get there, because they have gotten the taproot, they have gotten the methodology and the skills of how to do it, coming in becomes a problem, not even a good point. So for us, I think we're looking at it from the root. If we can look at it from the root and tackle the root, I think that will be a plus for us. Then, where do we go from here? Now, examination malpractice is beginning to look legal. Yes, people are beginning to legalize illegality, legalize corruption. Talk about corruption. This is where it starts. Legalize corruption, legalize fraud. Give it the name, it's called fraud. Fraudulent act. It begins. It's not only money. It's not only currency. People are fraud. People are involved in fraud. People that are exam fraud, fraudulent act, manipulation. Yes, and there are many, because it is looking legal, because the name has been changed. There are many people who are involved. Students are at the bottom line. They are not even the case now. We are those who are supposed to be coordinators and teachers and whatever. You have power. You have the wherewithal to make these children do what they should do. They are the bottom line. We'll start from school owners. Yeah, you want to promote your school through illegality. When you get to some schools, you see they are getting paste WAEC 100% this one B. We don't fail. We are number one in the state. How did you get to that point? There are many schisms. There are some other ones who have so much gone. They have so much gone nuclear. They don't involve somebody coming to write. That's how they organize their own systematic. But they have gone scientific. And when you want to explain them, you can't find out. But indeed, they are doing it. Even the students are not even aware that the school owners, yes, are doing it. They are careful about it. They are methodical about it. We'll look at those things. We'll exhume them. Yes, for everybody to see how smelly, yeah, how detestable these things are. Okay, so the schools are seriously involved. They want to make fake names. Parents are involved. Teachers are involved. God of mercy. Go and see teachers. They pay them money, and this money is blood money. Don't think blood is only when you kill somebody. You have killed somebody's career. When you have killed somebody's career, you have killed somebody's future. It's blood money. Yeah, blood money. Exam bodies are involved. Typists. You that they give to type. Typists are involved. Messengers in the office are involved. Those who proofread examination questions, they are also involved. Yes. You understand? And so on and so on. The students are the ones, they are the last. They are involved, yes. But they are the bottom line of it. Students and pupils are also involved. But there are some few. Perhaps you are there, you are few of them. I want to say congratulations. If you are among these few who are not involved, I want to say congrats to you. Keep it up. Yes, you're laying a legacy that will stand the test of time. Test of time. Whatever somebody obtained, as Ugu said, deliberately to get an undue advantage or fair advantage, will not stand the test of time. That is why today, many of people who are graduates, people who have been schooled, many cannot stand the test of time. You do visit schools and see where core members. People who are core members, you should know how they came into the scene. The core members who cannot express themselves, they come to school to teach. They come to teach so as to get their land. They cannot express themselves in simple English. Somebody in nursery be better in terms of grammatical construction, in terms of being able to know certain things. They can't do anything. Be wondering, where are these ones coming from? They are products of soul future. Somebody has eaten their destiny. Somebody somewhere, teacher somewhere, somebody somewhere, parents somewhere, a guardian somewhere, a school somewhere, they keep from. Somebody has eaten, and they are moving like corpses, living corpses. They are alive but they are dead. And so you see, they become dysfunctional. They can't be of any help to the society. We'll be leaving it here. In our next episode, we'll be looking at, we'll be dissecting this from the nursery. How does it happen? This is a process. It's deliberate. Look at the primary. How does it happen? And what are involved? And then we'll be looking at solutions to it. You see, if those who are concerned can take up this challenge from the top, let it be a top-bottom approach. Take up this challenge. I think, look into it critically. Those who are asked to go and supervisors are also part of this. They want to get money. They want to use the opportunity to paint their house. Want to use the opportunity to buy a car. We are seeing people after work, they buy cars every year. How did they get the money? Fraud. As long as the money you get is not legal, it's called fraud. So please want to call on everyone, all and sundry, boys and girls, teachers, parents, school owners, guidance and bodies, those who are involved in examination. Please, we want a change. We want to look into this aspect of our learning system, and I think if we can get it right from that angle, it will automatically make other segments to adjust. Yes, other segments on their own will fall in line. Thank you very much. Remain a good teacher. I remain yours faithfully, sincerely, Mr. Genesis. See you in the next episode. Thanks. Bye.